So we're gonna start out with. I don't have the OBD open, anyways. So, hello guys, a little backstory on Khan. This is the guy we'll do VOD review of right now. The reason we're doing a VOD review of Khan is because in my latest video I did a review of Haunter. And I asked in the comments who you guys want to see next. And most people said Khan because Khan is most likely, or he is regarded as the best top laner in the world right now. And he probably is. If you look at his gameplay, he is probably the best top laner in the world right now. And we currently have Khan playing Jarvan versus Kingen on Jayce. This Korean solo queue. We'll be watching Khan's gameplay and I will be looking at his vision only because else it would be cheating. Alright, let's see what happens. So first of all, normally level 1 you try to do something. And you always want to do something level 1. Very important. If you want to get a elo, you do something level 1. Khan is probably weaker right now. He's a Jarvan versus Jayce. Jayce is going to win that level 1. So he cannot face take this bush. He can't fight Jayce. He's going to go up with his teammate and try to do something together with his Rani instead. Just because there's no point trying to fight the Jarvan or the Jayce because he will lose. The enemy Rek'Sai is a little AFK and he takes a lot of damage now. This is why you have to pay attention to level 1. Look at that. That is why level 1 is so crucial. Especially if you want to get elo. Because right now Khan have 1 kill already. A kill on the top lane is tremendous. It's huge. Because here's the thing. This matchup, I forgot to talk about this matchup, right? We have right here, we have the notes we need to talk about. Replay analysis, things to do. Talk about the different top lanes win condition before going in game. I didn't do that behind the game, but that's fine. We're walking back to lane. We can do that. I can slow the game down a little bit. Also, who is strong in the 2v2 and what items to build. So basically, we have Jayce versus Jarvan. Or Jarvan versus Jayce, sorry. Jarvan's job is to survive this laning phase. He doesn't need to win this laning phase. He doesn't need to dominate. He needs to survive and do somewhat even. He can pressure the Jayce, but the problem is that right now he is against a really strong early game jungler, Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai is extremely strong at ganking. He's really good early. And his ganks are extremely scary. Also, Jayce should be winning this lane as well, which means that we're going to lose the 2v2. He's going to lose the 1v1, most likely. He got an item lead now and a potion, extra potion. So he might be able to win it. But he shouldn't be winning it if he's even and they're playing equally good. It all depends on the play here. He's walking up to the lane. He's going to try and spam Qs on the Jayce. That's something a lot of people don't know how to do. And a lot of people try to farm a lot with the Q on Jarvan. On Jarvan, you want to hit the enemy champion with the Q. Just like that. Look at that. He hit the enemy champion and the creep at the same time with his Q. Very well done. Very nice mechanic. Walks up to the Jayce because he can actually hit the Jayce. He does have item advantage. If you can go into melee and actually hit the Jayce, it's a good trade because you have more reach than him. Jayce is rocking a Dawn's Blade, as you can see right here. Jarvan is rocking a Dawn's Shield. Dawn's Shield gives more regen. So taking a slightly bad trade is still an advantage. And also, he have a longsword and he got an extra potion. So overall, he wants to do the straight. He want to be aggressive. He can level up E now. Sometimes or often you want to level up W. But he's ahead right now. He's strong. He wants to level up E because he wants to go on this guy. He can go in and fuck this guy up right now. The main reason why he's not doing that is because Jarvan is afraid of Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai is really fast jungling and he is missing. Look at this. Rek'Sai's right here. And he did 3 camps down here. If he hadn't done 3 camps, you could have had the red buff and all been setting up a gank. He's doing a different path than normal. But Khan doesn't know that. He's afraid of the gank. Being playing passive right now, he doesn't want to make too many plays. In this case, it would actually have been better for him to skill the W. As I talked about earlier, E doesn't really help him much unless he wants to use it to escape. But he goes down anyway. He gets level 3 and he goes in instantly. That's a very nice level 3 power spike use. Something you always want to try to do. The second you're leveling up, if you can, try to make a play. Because you see, he missed the EQ. He didn't actually get him knocked up. But he still gets a really good trade-off. And now they're going to try and dive the Jayce. He's waiting for Tisrani to tank and then he's going right in. Jayce can't really do anything. He flashes over for the kill. He actually fucked that up, I think, pretty hard. But regardless, he gets the kill. That is a very nice decision. They're very far ahead right now. And this all came down to how he played the whole laning phase. And what he did in the whole laning phase. It's all about the earlier plays. They level 1. Everything led up to this one moment in time where he got an extra kill. And now he's extremely fed. He's gonna base. He needs to base to get some items because he doesn't have any mana left. He doesn't have anything. He'll obviously TP back to lane. He gets a Tiamat. Very normal build. You want a Tiamat because there's one thing. You're playing as a Jarvan. Or you're playing as a Jayce or Kayle or something like that. The best thing to do is push them. If you're pushing them, they can't poke you. Not as easy at least. So it's very good to do that. He's also stronger, so he can all in the Jayce. He can push him. He can poke him. He got a lot of options to play around with right now. Let's just get some water here. So alright. He is going to be looking to push. And the only reason he's not pushing right now is because this one is coming up for a second gank. He goes in, he misses the EQ combo. Rek'Sai is there as well. They will have a tough time right now because they do have a lot of damage, and Khan goes down. This is what I talked about. First of all, they would win this 2v2 because they're far ahead right now. They're still Siswani going down. So all this sucks. Everything sucked. They will win that 2v2. But Khan missed his abilities. And the reason they will win the 2v2 is because he's so far ahead in items. He is legit. There's a 350 gold item. There's a 1200 gold item. It's like 900 gold up. Because you also got the potion over here. He still lost it. He still lost that fight just because he missed his EQ combo. And that's something you gotta be careful about. You need to hit the EQ combo. If you don't hit them, it's very, very dangerous to go in. But at the same time, by trying to hit them like he did, he actually improves more and he gets better at skill shots. So doing these kind of risky plays in solo queue is actually beneficial for learning, in my opinion. So we just saw God Khan missing a skill shot. It happens to everybody. Don't be too sad about it. It happens to everyone. Everybody will make bad plays and everybody will be improving them. Alright. He's still ahead. He's still very strong. Sure, Jayce got 2 kills, but he's still behind. He's currently moving down. He's probably just going to get some wards in. He can't really do anything mid. Maybe he'll clean the wave mid, actually, because there's nothing to do top. He might go mid and clean the wave. That makes sense, because right now, he's mid laner and bottom. Arena is bottom. Nobody's cleaning mid, so he can clean this wave, get all his XP, and then go back to top lane. That's the main reason he's moving down, because right now, you have nothing to do. After you push in the wave, you should always be doing something else. He just goes down, like, you know what? I'll take a mid wave. I'll do something here. And then he's going to grab all this XP coming in right now. It's a lot of juicy XP, right? It's basically a full wave. He got a full wave of XP. He's getting another full wave of XP. And also the mid tower is the most important. Top tower is not that important. So he got 2 waves of XP. Let's see how much he loses top. So far he lost 5 CS. 5 CS in XP and 6 in gold. And he got 12 CS, which is huge. It's a massive advantage. Massive advantage. As you can see, he's really far ahead in CS still on the Jayce. And he got high levels, I believe. He's a little high level, not much. And Jayce can pick up this. So he's actually not high level. That's mainly because then Jayce killed Jarvan and the Siswani. Siswani and Jarvan had higher levels, which means he's getting more XP from it, from the kills, because of catch-up XP. Alright, he's going to keep pushing. As you see, he always wants to try and push out. He's being a little careful because he doesn't have his Q. There's no reason to fight. He doesn't have W either because he used that to block the Jayce's EQ combo. Oh, he didn't take much damage. He tried to hit a Q. That he missed that. That was actually really terrible, let's be honest. That was not a good Q. There's no reason to use it there. Especially not in the way he did. Missing another one, going for the creeps. I don't like that play very much. I honestly think he should be going for the opponent. And as you can see, he gets out-traded. And this is something I talked about, right? You don't want to use Qs for the creeps. And he got absolutely demolished from that play. It wasn't good. He needs to base now. He was in a fine position in the lane before. He wasn't in a problem. He wasn't in a problematic situation. He was completely fine. So the only problem he did was that one play. That one play was just bad. There's nothing much about it. It was a bad play. Now he's really careful because Rek'Sai was topside. He saw him earlier. We can look where he is because we can cheat. We knew he was topside. Jarvan or Jayce is pushing and pressuring. They have a very easy dive on him. It's very, very easy for them to kill him if they play it properly. He cleaned the minions really fast. He needed to, so that's good. And they see the Rek'Sai. He's moving down. He can't do anything top right now. He's moving down to help his team. He finds out he can't really do anything. He's just gonna walk back. But he always moves as soon as he can, right? He moves to check. Because by moving right now, you had a good time window where you wouldn't lose anything. He wasn't going to lose a single minion top by moving. So he's always going to move out no matter what. Because there's just no reason not to. There's nothing to gain by standing still. That's something weaker players or worse players can learn from. Because worse players are just going to stand still and sit in the lane and be like, huh. That's what happens every single time. That's what happens to bad players, right? Where he's always trying to use every single second he got to do something productive. And that's the most important thing. So he just based. He's have a lot of options. You go for Ninja Tabis. I would probably go for Ninja Tabis here because he gets double AD, Rek'Sai and Jayce. Sorry, I swapped up a lot. That's quite similar the names. But anyways. I'd go for Ninja Tabis, but he could also go for Fates, and he can also go for Jarvan's Fist. All of them are working fine. He went for the Ninja Tabis just as I would have done. Just I guess that was a random guess. But the other ones would have worked as well. Fates would have worked if he wants to play really aggressive and just try to do a little bit of extra damage. Every time he kills a minion, he can start running at the Jayce in that case. All of them are completely fine. He's much stronger than Jayce right now, but he doesn't know where Rek'Sai is. However, he knows Siswani is bot lane, which means the second he knows this, right? The information he got is Siswani is bot lane. Jayce is top. Rek'Sai haven't showed bot lane yet. Rek'Sai will show bot lane because there's 3 people here if Rek'Sai is around bot, most likely. So he needs to play very careful because he knows that he could very likely be in a 1v2. We can cheat and look where he is. He is indeed bot lane. He is going to go down. Look, he's going down straight to show bot lane. Which means Khan will soon have that information if he shows. He doesn't show because it's not necessary. The bot lane got out. That means he's still lacking information, and he is actually the one being pressured. While Jayce knows exactly where the enemy jungler is. So Khan have to play careful. Jayce can do whatever he wants. And you'll see that in the play as well. Goes down to clean a pink ward. Very nice. Because he pushed out the wave anyways. Jayce is freezing, which means they're probably setting up a play. That's what Khan is going to be thinking. And Khan is thinking, shit. This is scary shit. He wants to push this out into the tower. He really wants to get this into the tower. He tries to Q into the bush and hit the Jayce, but he misses. He's getting out-traded really heavily. He's getting knocked back. He should be able to get out of this situation. He can dodge this one. He can dodge that one. Yeah, he does this very nicely. The guy flashes. He wins out very, very hard here. Staying here is a little greedy. He's trying to see us with a Tiamat with Q. He's basing now. This trade was so fucking good. King is trying to stop him. This is good. Nope, he didn't try to stop him. Whoa, well, that's really bad. Basically, it's a good trade for Khan, in my opinion, because Khan still have flash, still have teleport. Jayce used his flash. I would have based it if I was him. This is very, very greedy. It's very, very greedy. If Rek'Sai is here, he's dead. He knows where Rek'Sai is, though, so that's maybe why he stayed. I hadn't noticed that Rek'Sai was bottom, but that's most likely the reason he stayed. He's going to try and base now, and maybe he'll TP behind the Jayce. There's a possibility to TP behind. He does have a ward over here. It's not running out for another 20-30 seconds, whatever. He could also TP bottom. There's maybe a play. All of them are quite low. So he's looking... There's a lot of things to look at right now. He can TP top. He can TP bottom. That's the two options you got. TP top and bottom. He's TPing top. He decides, you know what? I can't do anything bottom. I'm going to try and kill this guy top. Or push in and pressure. He should be able to make the Jayce lose a bunch of minions here on the next wave. He's pushing, and now he's going to go up and stop the Jayce's base. Jayce probably basing all the way up here somewhere. Let's see, right all the way down there, actually. And he's going to try and find him. He's walking all the way, you know. He wants to stop this base really badly. He knows he's safe to do it. He knows there's no problem. He puts a ward even. And then he's going to clean these minions. Jayce is going to take around 30 seconds to get up here. So around minute 50. Or 11:50, so not minute 50. Which means he's going to lose all these creeps, or most of them, right? Like, look at the Jayce right now. He's running out from base. He's going to keep changing form to get some movement speed. But he's still going to be losing a lot on the minions. In the meantime, Khan is just going to go down to the mid lane. Got nothing to do top. Maybe get some wards in. Maybe clean some wards. There's a lot of options, right? Like, he cleans a ward. That's already good enough. He did his job. Because he had nothing to do top. He can't take the tower. A lot of people will try to focus on the tower. And that's the worst thing you can do. Don't focus on towers too much. You do not need to do that. And you saw the Jayce lost a full wave. Only because Khan chased him right behind the tower. Alright, hits a Q. That's nice. He pushes in, gets the minions with his Tiamat. That's nice as well. Keeps pushing. He needs to just keep pushing all the time. He is getting chunked a little bit. He doesn't know where Rek'Sai is. He does know where Rek'Sai is right now. He is going in on the Jayce. I don't really know if I like this engage. He does seem to be getting out-traded, but he goes in again. And the Sejuani is nearby, but this is very, very risky. And he goes really low. Sejuani is very close to help him, though, and he barely managed to survive. He's going to keep going because he knows where Rek'Sai is. That's why he keeps going. However, the unseen bot lane is the deadliest. They come in right to pick up the kill on Khan. And that's what you see with aggressive players, right? Aggressive players often end up making stupid mistakes like that because they play according to the information they have. Rek'Sai isn't top. I'm 1v1. I'll be fine. He keeps going. Bot lane's randomly there and he's like, shit, I'm fucking dead now. Is that his fault? Is that bot lane's fault? You never know. If he was playing in a team right now, like if this was a team game, he would obviously have that information. But it's not a team game right now. It's solo queue. Didn't have that information, and he did end up getting fucked. He went over Jarvan IV, which means he will be rushing a Titanic Hydra, which is a good item. Very good item, especially against the Squishy. You don't need to get the Cleaver. You don't need it. You can. Some people go for it, but you don't need Cleaver. Titanic makes you stronger in the battle right here and now. Alright, so he farms a little bit. He's just going to try and play safe here. The enemy button is actually really strong. They just dive him straight up. I'm not sure if I like this play from them. Or from him, I mean. They're very, very strong. They're already fed. You can see that he had 3 kills. 3 kills is a lot, especially in game. He didn't expect that. He didn't know that they're strong. And he just ended up getting clapped. He died a bunch this game, I think. Let's think about his death. So he died. What's the first death he had? Trying to think of his deaths right now. I don't remember his first death, but basically, last death for being very greedy up here. This death was being greedy for the creep. So Khan is being very greedy. You can see that he's very aggressive as a player, and he's a very greedy player. He wants to make plays, which means he really needs his team to play around him and make him able to do that. Oh yeah, the first death he had was him being very aggressive in the top lane, missing his combo here, going for the Jayce. Rek'Sai was camping in this bush, being ready to kill him. and Siswani was coming up where they lost the 2v2, but they were actually stronger. That play was also very greedy. Missed the combo, and then he died. And these kind of things show us that an aggressive player is much more likely to have a really bad game, because he will be trying to make a good plays, be aggressive, and take risky situations. So when somebody in the account doesn't have a good game, he's gonna look very bad. In comparison to somebody who plays passive all the time, right? Like, playing passive is much easier. But also, then you have an aggressive player having a good game. You will notice that he stands out so much more and he carries so much harder. He pushed out top lane. He's gonna walk down into the river. He will never go for that tower. There's no reason to go for the tower. He will most likely die. The enemy team sees him because they're spam pinging. He's gonna go clean some wards. Rexa, he sees Rexa. That's scary. He's gonna keep running away right now because he doesn't want to fight them. He does not have any information whatsoever. He's getting out. He's maybe gonna fight for this Grump. He'll maybe try and steal or just burn a smite. That's also okay. But he's not gonna go very deep for it. He's just gonna stand on the outside, maybe try and steal. He wasn't actually able to get it, and he's just keep lingering around. He doesn't need to make any plays up here. He just needs to stay alive, keep track of the enemy, and try to do a little bit of damage here and there, you know. You see him going in on the Rexa right now because Rexa is alone. Rexa overstepped his boundaries, and Rexa goes very low. But now Khan is overstepping his boundaries. They do get a kill, however. Kalista comes in to try and help out, but Kalista will not be able to kill him. Lulu comes as well. Kalista is going to go for the dive, and Vladimir as well. And that's a double kill. Double the fun. And that just shows, right? Again, an aggressive play from Khan. Goes for the kill, gets a kill, but Kalista is so fat. And because he is weaker than the enemy team, it's very hard for Khan to play because he's an aggressive player that wants to make plays. His team comes in right here and they're going to try and make a play. But back to Khan. That's the problem with an aggressive player. That they'll always, almost always, try to make aggressive plays. And that can backfire really hard when you get behind. However, it can also snowball the game hard, right? It's the style of playing to win instead of playing to draw out games, right? You see a lot of Western players have the attitude, let's stall. Let's just stall the game, you know. But you see a lot of Korean teams instead have the attitude, we need to make a play to come back in the game. We need to do something to come back into the game and make plays. Kalista is doing a lot of damage all the time. She's doing a lot of work and it's a very difficult situation to be in. And also Kalista is very annoying to play against. He's just farming top lane right now, trying to get a little bit of farm because he's feeling bad. He goes in on the Kalista. Obviously he needs to try and do something to Kalista. He might actually have been able to kill her if he had done all that. No, never mind. Lul had ultimate. There's nothing he could do. Kalista is just murdering right now. Killing her. But he can't just wanted a little bit of farm. But he doesn't get nothing. He just ends up dying for that. Kalista is just jumping around. And he goes down to the ball. A small little ball was all that was needed to kill that girl. Couldn't handle it. Was that guy? That's a guy. Shit. He couldn't handle it. And it's back to Khan. He should be alive in just a second. There we go. He's alive. He's TPing down. He's going to go into the mid lane. I think this is a bad play. There's no reason to chase this guy all around unless they can catch him. I don't really know if they can. They can, apparently. Up. Never mind. It's a good play. They do catch him. I thought that was a bad teleport. They do actually catch him. This is very nice because you want to try to make plays to come back in the game, as I talked about earlier. This is Khan's playstyle. He's going to make plays all the time. And if it fails, it fails. That's just how it is. If it doesn't fail, however, he will be coming back into the game, which is very good. But when it fails, it looks really horrible and he's going to look like a fool. And I think the playstyle is fine. I think it's a good playstyle to have. The problem is just that it's a very hit or miss playstyle. But Khan is so good that most of the time it actually looks really good and he does it. He just needs to really keep that skill level up. Alright, so he's going into the top lane. He's just going to push out. He's going to farm. He probably got his Titanic already. He does have Titanic. Seems to be going for a Spirit Assassinate. I'm not sure why he bought a Kindle game. Or maybe he goes for a Knight's Vow. There's a lot of options there. I'm not sure why he bought it. I will get to see that later on. I'll probably bought something different. I think a Thornmail would have been nice. Or at least a Brambles Best against the enemy team. He's against Kalista. He's against Vladimir. If he auto-attacks, that's good. And he's also against Jayce, which is going to auto-attack a lot. I think that one would actually been pretty nice. We see Khan going into the top lane. He's just going to shove this wave out. He is somewhat safe. He doesn't have that much vision, but he should be somewhat safe here. He's just going to base in the middle of the lane. Doesn't really give a shit. He just wants to base as fast as possible. Alright, let's see what he wants to do. He's probably going to group with the team right now. He can't he cannot split push against Jayce, can he? Jayce is... They're actually somewhat evenly strong. He should be able to survive the Jayce and split push. Never mind. I thought Jayce was further ahead because the enemy team is actually dominating, but he's not. Khan is actually decently strong in comparison to the Jayce. He should be able to do a 1v1. He might not kill the Jayce. It's going to be a close battle. but he won't just die. He can easily get away if he wants to. He's going down to the bottom. He's going to push out. The split push style is fine right now. He's probably not going to fight that Jayce, right? As you can see, he sees Jayce and he's like, you know what? I'm fucking careful. I play a lot of Jayce myself. That's what he's thinking, and I know exactly how strong Jayce is, so he's standing back. He's thinking, you know what? Jayce too strong. I'm not going to fight that. And also, the enemy team is more likely to have backup. He doesn't have any backup anywhere near him, but he doesn't know if the enemy team could potentially back up right there with a Rek'Sai or whatever. So he's safely pushing out, being careful right now. He sees everybody in the map except for Jayce, so he can actually push and be pressuring. But he doesn't think he's stronger than Jayce, so he's just backing off, going into mid lane. Gonna look for play probably on these two guys right here, or look for the Baron. He's not gonna go for the Baron, but look to protect it, right? He's always just moving around whenever bot wave isn't there, trying to optimize his timing. The enemy team is moving towards the Baron, right? He's closer right now. A lot of people would have the problem, they just stay down here, looking in the bush, sitting here, doing nothing. And now they have to walk really far to get to the Baron. But Khan's already up here, ready to go for the Baron if necessary. Orianna just base, which is really bad right now. There are only 3 people here. And it's just down over there, and the enemy team is doing Baron. If Orianna had stayed, they would have a good shot at stopping this. But without Orianna, it's going to be very difficult. They don't even get that in time even. Now imagine, they didn't even get that in time, right? Imagine if Khan had been all the way down here, which a lot of players would have been, right? That's why he always moved all the time. Whenever he cleans a minion wave, he tries to move unless he's going for the next minion wave. Goes on Kalista, that's a very nice catch. Kalista flashes the Ori ulti, though that's really sad. He's probably gonna run away right now. He's looking a bit for an engage again, but he's focusing on running away and only going if he really sees the opportunity for a kill, because they missed Orianna ultimate. They don't have Tiswani ultimate. They don't have the ultimates right now. They cannot kill her. It's very, very difficult to kill her. But they did manage to burn her flash, which is nice. However, it's still not good enough. Kalista is gonna go crazy right now. Take this tower down very easily. And the inhibitor. There's nothing they can do, and they even have the Baron buff. He's gonna play this passive. He's not gonna look for engage here. There's no point. There's no need for that. There's not really much they can do right now. He's just gonna be looking to farm probably. Push out the side waves. He needs to go down and push this one out really fast. The only problem is that he needs to be careful while doing that. But you don't want them to stack up big waves, because then they can go for extra towers. Going down here, he might look for a catch right now, because you see Kalista. He might look for a catch. He sees Vladimir as well. If they can get a catch right now, they can buy a lot of time. They can look for an enemy. They try to get a catch on Lulu. They try to get a catch on the Jayce as well. He does the EQ combo very, very nice. They should be able to kill this guy very easily. He missed the EQ combo. That's actually terrible. Now he's dead. I think if he hit that EQ combo, he would have been able to kill this guy without dying, most likely. Or even if he died, they'll still be able to kill the guy. Tiswani is chasing. She might be able to catch, misses her ability actually. King is playing very, very well right now. Tiswani's going to keep chasing because he doesn't have any mana. Misses another one. Very nice throwback. But here comes the ultimate. There's nothing he can do. Let's go back to Khan. He's spawning finishing. Actually, let's just follow this pick. Let's just see this pick kill this guy. Sweet. Feels good. Back to Khan. Laying down the ground. Right here. Feels bad for Khan. He's alive soon. He's probably going to look for an engage right here. And he misses it. He's been missing almost every single EQ combo. He's not had a good game on Jarvan. And he hasn't been looking good this game, right? And that just shows, if you're an aggressive player and you're having a bad game, you end up looking really bad. Because missing that many EQ combos, a lot of people wouldn't go for those EQ combos, right? A lot of people would be thinking, these combos are too dangerous to do, I'm not going to go for them. But he's confident in himself, he's saying, you know what, I can hit this one. And then he misses them, it looked really bad. But if he hits them, he looks like the star of the game, right? And this game, he's looking like this. He's looking like this right here in this game. Which isn't so healthy in my opinion. Alright, back to him being alive. He's alive, he's going in. The game is pretty much over at this point. There's nothing you can really do to come back into this game. It's just going to be kind of trying to fight all the time, doing small plays here and there. But at the end of the day, the turrets are going down. He can maybe pick up one kill if he's lucky on anybody. Like the Vladimir who decides to fountain dive them. He does pick up that one kill. Then maybe he can pick up one on Kalista, because he did get caught really badly. But Kalista is extremely disgusting in this patch. Very, very overpowered. And she's just jumping around, not giving a fuck about anybody. Look at that. Jumping around, not even losing health. She's full health again. And the game ends, but can't manage to stay alive as the last guy standing. Prince of Demacia right there. What do you guys think of that game? I feel like during a game where he loses or wins, I think both of them are fine.